him being in one of those zones. Yeah. He's definitely in it right now.
Talk about being in the zone.
But when that happens, you really do not try to focus on what's going on, because you can lose it in a second. Everything becomes one noise. It's not, you don't hear this or that. Everything's just one noise. And you're not paying attention to one or the other. You just stand right there. When it comes to the game, the thing that was most important to me is winning. I want to win. I want to win by any means necessary. I want to be the best. I want to be the best, simple and plain. And to be the best, you have to win. And that's why I play the game. And that's what drives me.
Bryant gets inside. Bryant again, 38 and counting. There he is. Here he comes. Chandler behind him. Puts it in. What a shot from Bryant. He's got 42. Bryant spins, puts it up, puts it in. 59 for Kobe Bryant. One of the greatest individual performances and the highest scoring game ever here at the Garden. 61 points for Kobe Bryant. An electrifying performance here at Madison Square Garden.
And the MVP chants cascading from the rafters.
And an 81-point game. 55 in the second half.
Straight down the bus. Life on the road, huh?
Yeah.
You remember what city you were in right now?
You know what, this morning when I woke up, I didn't actually. I didn't. That's a horrible feeling because it makes you feel like you're not prepared for the game. But I completely forgot. Completely forgot.
What do you say we play a little basketball here at Staples Center? The Raptors and the Lakers. Raptors been residing in the basement of the Atlantic for most of the year, although they have crawled out of it with the Knicks losing last night.
So take us back to that day, that morning, 3 years ago, when you were the 81-point game. How did you feel that morning?
My body was actually a little sore that morning, actually. But my body was pretty sore. I think we just came off a tough loss. And we were playing Toronto, and the team just wasn't, we just weren't in sync. And, that day happened to be my grandfather's birthday, who had passed away.
Kobe Bryant is he's a matchup nightmare. He really is.
What we gonna do? What we gonna do, man? Let's go get him. What time is it?
He's a problem, man, and I think that I've said this time and time again that I think he's the best player in the league.
next thing, you know, the game's about to start. Do you have any sense of anything special you're feeling that night?
No, not at all. I knew that, you know, games prior to this one, I've been getting double teamed pretty hard. Started this game, I caught the ball, I drove the baseline, just laid it up.
James made a name for himself a little bit in Milwaukee, then down in Houston. He's one of those guys that Kobe easily knifes through and scores.
And I knew, you know, at that point, the next possession after that, I drove down the middle.
Rebound taken by Kobe Bryant. Here's Kobe, sweet move, uses glass and scores.
Yeah, I knew that at that point, all I had to do was attack.
Kevin George guns it to Mim, little backdoor. Kobe scores on the slam.
He's had, I think, 3 consecutive 30-point games.
Kobe reverse layup to score.
So once I started doing that, then I started getting a rhythm. And then it was just a matter of me putting the ball in the hole.
Double just about every night. Kobe is back in and not a moment too soon. And he immediately hits a 3. Here's Kobe. Kobe trying to answer back from 2.
Still, first half was, I mean, it had 20 points at halftime, 16 points at halftime, something like that. We found ourselves down by 16, 17 points, something like that.
Well, he's got 26 at halftime. He might have to get 50 tonight for the Lakers to pull this one out.
The Lakers right now up by 4. Kevin George, after inserted in the lineup, you mentioned it. Oh, great pass. Kobe alone, slam dunk. Give the assist to Lamar.
You have to respect a guy like Kobe Bryant because those are one of those guys that you face on that court, it's time to compete. And mentally, you have to be focused at 48 minutes, maybe even focused during halftime with that guy because he's so mentally focused that it brings out the best in you.
Kobe. Oh, Kobe counted foul. He'll go to the line, try to complete a 3-point play.
The second half is when things start getting crazy. You start knocking down 3 straight threes, start hitting, fadeaways, and 1 fadeaway, stuff like that. And that's when it starts getting really crazy. Then the game really starts slowing up, and you feel like all you have to do is catch it.
George now to Kobe. Still 6.5 to play in the third. He pulls up for a 3. Yes! Kobe again.
When he gets it going like that, I think this is a great timeout.
Once you catch it, you feel like the ball's gonna go through the hole.
Kobe Bryant.
My shot felt automatic.
There's Yo-Yo on the dribble and stops from the top of the key. Well, Kobe's got his stroke.
My release felt great. The arc on the ball felt great. My legs felt great.
Kobe again. 3-pointers got 38 points.
And that switch was completely on. And at that point, it was tough. It was tough for them to turn it off after that.
Kobe has been going, and he keeps it going with the backhand layup.
That year, you approached the scoring a little differently from what you do this year. What was your approach that year to scoring?
To keep us competitive. We didn't have the talent that we have right now, and that's being nice.
Here's Kobe. Kobe down the middle, throwing up and in.
We didn't have what we have now, so for us to stay competitive, especially in the Western Conference, try to get into the playoffs, I had to score a lot.
Knocked away by Kobe. Great hustle by Kobe. He's going to score. And dunk, Lakers lead.
Well, that's 51 for number 8.
When you hit 50, that had to be something. Did you acknowledge that you got 50?
No, I think we're still trailing when I had 50. So it was just a matter of us continuing to push and push and push. And I didn't want to lose to the Raptors, who at the time, were a team that, weren't the team that they are today.
The Toronto defense now is just really gung-ho to try to, to stop what was going on.
Kobe with 2, with 1, draws the foul. Oh, he got bailed out there.
And and you know, we need to get that win. So at the time we're still trailing. It was just a matter of us just kind of trying to get the game back under control, and I provided a lot of energy, and then the energy kind of started feeding itself, and kind of took on a life of its own.
Here's Kobe trying to move around Mo Pete, trying to put him up. Finally shoots, caught it in a foul. You talked about him being in one of those zones. Yeah. He's definitely in it right now.
Talk about being in the zone.
When you get in that zone, it's just a supreme confidence that you know it's going in.
Here's Kobe again. Yes, sir.
It's not a matter of if or this, that, it's going in.
Kobe baseline, got it again.
Things just slow down. You know, everything slows down. You just have supreme confidence.
Kobe wants the ball. Kobe calling for the ball. And Kobe trying to answer back for two.
But when that happens, you know, you really do not try to focus on what's going on, because you know, you can lose it in a second. Everything becomes one noise. You know, it's not, you don't hear this or that. Everything's just one noise. And you're not paying attention to one or the other. You just stand right there.
Kobe, nobody helping right now defensively, so he'll take the 15 point. Kobe's got 57.
You have to really try to stay in the present, not let anything break that rhythm.
The crowd is on their feet.
Kobe goes straight to the dribble in the lane, laid up and in. Kobe Bryant, he's got 61 points.
And you know, you said, man, you got 60 right now. You know, that's what I knew. You know, I was really, 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 really hot.
Crowd is going nuts. Kobe put it up. Kobe again.
For somebody to get in that kind of a zone, you know, that's very rare, you know, especially for a guard.
Here's her shot, no good, and up the ladder goes Devin George, now to Kobe. Still 6.5 to play in the third. He pulls up for a three, yes! Kobe again.
I was in my house and somebody called me to, you know, right before the third quarter had ended, you know, and they said, you know, Kobe's having a really good game, you know, you should watch.
Well, 6 minutes in, 1 second left to play here in the fourth. He's got 61 now.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to see a career high for Kobe Bryant.
What was Phil and your team, how were they reacting at this point in time?
You know, I don't know. Because I was kind of getting in the zone. You just kind of stay there. You know, you don't become oblivious to everything that's going on. You know, you don't think about your surroundings or, you know, what's going on with the crowd or the team.
One, he has tied his career high. 103, 94, 62 for number 8.
Yeah, that feeling, it's not much you can do about it.
Here and knocks down the three with regularity. Kobe trying to answer back for two.
When you get on a roll, you know, your teammates just feed off of that. They just feast off of that, and that excites you even more.
Kobe with it now. Lakers lead 105-96. Another three.
Well, there goes Will.
Remarkable stuff, ladies and gentlemen. 67 points, Kobe Bryant.
I have just played a college game, and I looked at my phone, and somebody texted me, "Are you watching this?" And I said, no. They said, Kobe Bryant has 60, 70 points so far. And I said, are you serious?
And he's always in a zone that's different from every other player, but when he gets into this particular type of a zone, there's really nothing you can do.
I think it was right before the fourth quarter, and I just kind of, you know, smirked a little bit, but kind of stayed where I was, you know, just trying to stay in the moment as much as possible.
67 points, a new career high, and 4 away from Elgin Baylor's Laker record. For 3 again, yes!
Well, there's 70.
If you hit 70, that had to be a new personal record for you. You had never scored 70. Did that feel good, getting 70?
Yeah, but like I said, you know, I stayed in the moment. I mean, I felt great. You know, I felt like I was going, and as long as I was in the game, I was going to stay focused on the game.
Everybody wants it to get into Kobe's hand. Kobe guarded by Mo Peterson. Kobe pump fake for 2. Kobe's got the Laker record.
Oh my goodness. 72. And you think, what? Is that right?
I can't remember when it was, to be honest with you. Lamar made a comment to me about scoring 90 or 100 or something like that.
I see it.
Here's number 1. Do you believe it?
I don't even know if I believe it.
77. We'll just let you soak it in with the crowd.
Don't think about your surroundings or what's going on with the crowd or the team. You know, you're kind of locked in, and so I don't know.
I mean, this says it all by itself. I mean, there's nothing that needs to be said about this game.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed the 2nd greatest scoring performance in NBA history. 79 points by Kobe Bryant tonight against the Toronto Raptors.
You have to really try to stay in the present, not let anything break that rhythm.
Crowd is going nuts. Kobe all the way. Kobe put it up. Not count, but foul. 2 coming to get to 80 and 81.
You've hit some big free throws before.
Yeah.
You stood on that line with 2 shots. What was that like, taking those last 2 free throws?
Everybody wants to see you make these things. Don't miss them.
This entire crowd on its feet, including my partner, for the night at least. Bryant for
80. At that point, it became, just don't miss the free throws. Put the free throws on the hole. You've been hot this whole game, knocking down threes and all sorts of stuff. You'd be ashamed to mess it all up because you missed the free throw.
Kobe Bryant, 28 for 46 from the field. This would be 18 for 20 from the line and an 81-point game. 55 in the second half. History tonight at Staples Center. MVP.
Then once I came out the game, it was like that, that old moment, where you're like.
The crowd is on their feet.
My grandma used to tell me when I was in high school, I used to play in so many games, and steam would be coming off my head after the last game. And, she'd just be like, wear yourself out, you're doing too much, and all this other stuff. And then the fast forward years down the road, for her to come to her first professional game that she sees, it was me scoring 81 and really wearing myself out. But it was great, man. It was great for her to be there and to see that.
Kobe Bryant, last time I talked to you, you had 62, a career high. You just scored 81 points, the 2nd most points in the history of the NBA, second only to Will Chamberlain. It comes in a victory. What can you say?
Damn, I was hot.
It's fun to play here. These are our people. These are our fans. It feels great to put on a great show here at Staples Center and see if we can't get some more W's in the process.
I can talk to you all night. I'll let you go soak this one in. Congratulations, Kobe Bryant.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, there he is, Kobe Bryant, 81 points. I tell you, that was something to watch. I think Billy Mack picked a good night to call a game. I'm going to go inside and get some reactions. Back to you.
Chance of MVP.
Yep. This is what's called living on the road, living out of the trunk. That's what it's called. I don't know if a lot of players unpack their stuff and put them in drawers. They're anal.
Kobe's one of the great talents to ever play this game. I think for him at this stage in his career, having gone through some down times, and for him to now, I think, form a special bond with Phil Jackson, I think has really made him very introspective, and I think he's grown a lot. I think he's searching for what's more out there as a player.
Who's he been?
Kobe Bryant's probably one of the top, I would say, 10 players ever to play the game. If you look at his pure talent and his ability, his capability, he may be a top 5 player ever to play the game.
Now being in the NBA and playing these games and scoring points, I mean, I can't see how anybody can ever score 81 points. That was unbelievable.
Will scoring 100 points, does that make what Will did even more incredible, do you think?
I think so. I mean, it's hard to say scoring 100 points is made more incredible, but 100 points is a ridiculous feat, to say the least.
The last person to score more than 81 was, obviously Wilt Chamberlain, and that was in a day where, Wilt was like a giant among, a bunch of midgets out there. So Kobe, he did something really special for the game that night, and that's something I always remember.
Throughout these years, it feels like I've signed everybody that's been at that game's ticket. It's pretty awesome. It's a pretty awesome feeling. They come up and they kind of share their stories or their memories about being at the game. And as a player, it makes you feel good to have people enjoy what you do for a living.
Thank you so much, man.
You got it, man.
Oh my God. Go out against Memphis.
You have to respect greatness. Kobe is one of the players that is just great at every aspect of the game. He has what we say, he gets mastered the game, and you have to respect it. And you have to really be on your P's and Q's when you're going up against him, because if you slip, you're gonna fall.
What motivates me now is winning another championship. Seeing if we can respond to the challenge of getting back to the top of that mountain again. And that's what's really driving me right now.
Could tonight be one of those nights?
I don't think so. We'll see though.